outside, they converse through computers and pay for it.
About a half an hour every day. I've got a $2 a day habit, if you will.
$1 for 15 minutes creates electronic coffee clutches that link hundreds of people across the Bay Area.
People are more opinionated on the line than they are in person because they can be. People will say things that may be secret beliefs of theirs that they would, so you can get into some very interesting debates with people.
They debate the environment. They debate social issues. The San Francisco-based computer network links patrons of several coffee houses with each other and to home subscribers. Don Coco communicates from his dining room. Blind since birth, he converses with the help of a computer that simulates human speech.
It's one of the biggest thrills of my life. And you meet so many nice, intelligent, educated people on the computer.
But the old coffee guard says it's a poor excuse for conversation. The computer link opens doors for some, but others say it's just a way of avoiding contact, the very thing these kinds of places are designed to offer.
The cafes are extensions of people's living rooms, and a lot of us don't have living rooms, so you know, this is sort of our substitute living room, and it sort of takes away from that atmosphere.
Network founder Wayne Gregory says the system promotes interaction, especially when users meet in person.
We like to talk face-to-face, but the bottom line is it's just another way to communicate with people. It's just another tool in your social toolbox.
You know, you go out to lunch with people that you've talked to, and all of a sudden they're actually right across from you and they can see you smile. It's a wonderful feeling.
The system may never fully replace chess games or heated face-to-face debates, but the computers do pack them in, and they could become a staple too, right alongside the coffee.
So dream when you're feeling blue. Dream, that's the thing to do. While the smoke rings rise in the air, you'll find your share of memories there, so deep when the day is through. And it might come true. Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream, dream, dream.
Hello, I'm the Video Professor, and you are about to learn software by means of a creative new concept in the computer industry. I'll take you step by step through learning your new software package. On the screen now are some other tapes available in my series. With them, you can watch and learn at your own speed. Stop and practice anytime you want, and review topics you don't understand. I suggest that you view each tape in its entirety. Then go back through the lesson with your computer and your software and practice each step. All of my tapes are designed to get you up and running quickly. Once you have viewed and practiced everything that is on these tapes, I think you'll find your software manual much easier to understand. And now, let's get started. Welcome to my introductory tape on WordPerfect 5.1, one of the country's most popular word processing software programs. Whether you are a word processor needing a user-friendly system for letters and memos, or a power user working with newsletters, scripts, and wraparound graphics, you'll be delighted with WordPerfect's efficiency and versatility. During the next hour, we'll guide you through installing software and printer files. You'll learn basic WordPerfect word processing, including editing a document, moving text, spell check, thesaurus, reveal codes, saving and printing, simple file management, using the mouse, and much, much more. Before we get started, I'd like you to meet my student helper, Linda. Are you ready to get started, Linda?
Hello, Professor. I'm ready.
Good. Then let's begin. WordPerfect 5.1 needs a minimum of 512 kilobytes of free random access memory to operate. This means that you need at least 640 kilobytes of total RAM to operate WordPerfect 5.1. and 2.5 megabytes of hard disk space for the program and files. And for this lesson, a mouse, although it is not required to operate WordPerfect 5.1. Here is what you'll need. Your WordPerfect 5.1 diskettes. There are 11 or more, depending on the number sent to you for multiple printer usage. Enough blank formatted disks for backup copies, and your 5.1 template. To make backup copies of your WordPerfect 5.1 diskettes, use the disk copy command from DOS. It is always a good idea to make backup copies of your original disks and to properly label and use your copies. If you have 2 floppy disk drives, the command is disk copy space A:, space B:. If you have only 1 floppy disk drive, the command is disk copy space A:, space A:. In either case, when the disk copy command is finished, it will ask you if you wish to copy another disk. Answer yes until all of the disks are copied. For this lesson, we will be demonstrating primarily with a mouse. If you don't have a mouse, we'll also be demonstrating how to achieve the same results using the function and arrow keys. Position the keyboard template over the function keys. Each function key has 4 different options that are selected by pressing the function key alone or in combination with the Control, Shift, or Alt key. The template is color-coded to tell you which key to use for what. For example, red means you press the F4 and Control key to move text. Green goes with the Shift key to indent text from the left and right. Blue uses the Alt key combination to block text, and F4 alone is used to indent text from the left. One helpful key I'd like to point out here is the F1 cancel key. F1 cancels an operation you may have selected by mistake. If you select a function and realize that's not what you wanted, the F1 cancel key will cancel that operation and return you to the previous screen. Pressing the right mouse button does the same as pressing the F1 cancel key. Okay, let's install WordPerfect. You'll install WordPerfect onto your hard disk by putting the Install Learn Utilities 1 disk in Drive A, and make Drive A the default drive by typing A:, and pressing Enter. Type Install and press Enter. After the install program has loaded, you will be presented with the install procedures in the order that they should be performed. WordPerfect has already selected the drive and path name for WordPerfect to be installed to. If this is not where you want these files to go, then press the number 1, and you may change the drive and path name specifications of WordPerfect. If this subdirectory does not exist, then WordPerfect will create it. With that finished, move on to each procedure and follow the screen prompts. WordPerfect has made it as easy as possible to install. If there are any changes needed in your config.sys or your autoexec.bat files, WordPerfect will prompt you concerning this and ask you if you would like it changed. WordPerfect will then update these files so that it can run properly. When you come to the printer installation procedure, WordPerfect has outdone themselves in printer selections. Find your printer from the extensive list and select it. WordPerfect will ask you if you want to install another printer. If you have more than one printer connected to your computer, then go ahead and select another. Pause or stop the tape to get this accomplished.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
Welcome to the Time Reverse Facial Support Kit, a new generation of skincare. The Time Reverse Facial Support Kit is a revolutionary breakthrough in the science of anti-aging. Does your skin look like it's aging faster than you are? We age not by the number of years, but by the number of lines on our face. Doctor dermatologists state that the source of your visible lines, wrinkles, and sagging skin is in your daily habits. Did you know that many of the visible lines and wrinkles on your face come from the repeated strain of contracting the muscles in your face? Furrowing your eyebrows leads to wrinkles between your eyebrows. Frowning your forehead leads to lines along your forehead. And pursing your lips leads to wrinkles around your lips. Also, sleeping on your face or on your side leads to those visible cross and vertical lines and wrinkles on your face, neck, and chest. The pressure of your body combined with the force of gravity while you sleep promotes the appearance of sagging skin and the feeling of a loose double chin. So you see, it's not just our age that makes us look older, but our habits. You can't control your age, but you can control your habits with the help of the Time Reverse Facial Support Kit. The Time Reverse Facial Support Kit targets those lines and wrinkles on your face that make you look older before your time. Your kit contains the Time Reverse Facial Support System, made of 2 individual pieces for forehead and face, combined to create 6 different support positions to target your individual signs of aging. Made of irritant-free, breathable, time-reverse material with a smoothing inner dermafilm. The unique time-reverse material designed to create your facial support system fits like a second skin and is adjustable for a personalized fit for all women, men, and teens. Best of all, it works for you while you sleep. The Time Reverse Facial Support System works during the most active time of skin renewal, nighttime. When used regularly, the results are not only long-lasting, but can be life-lasting. Time Reverse Facial Support System uses the principles of biofeedback at nighttime to bring awareness and discourage the habits of wrinkling and frowning your face during the day. During the night, it supports your skin against the force of gravity that leads to the appearance of sagging skin. The Time Reverse Facial Support System physically lifts, smooths away, and irons out the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and slackened skin from daily strain and dehydration. The special Time Reverse material collects and reflects the temperature of your skin to prevent the look of morning face. The Time Reverse skincare products have been designed to work with the facial support system. They've been formulated with a special biological moisture lock film to restore your skin's level of moisture and elasticity. Your Time Reverse skincare contains the essential elements to keep your skin looking energized, toned, and radiant. Wake up looking younger every day. Our clients have had fantastic results.
My experience with Time Reverse products has been remarkable.
What it does is relax your face. It's like a natural massage. You don't realize it actually happening.
I am no longer wearing foundation, which is something I haven't done in years. And my skin, I've had many compliments on it. Couldn't ask for a nicer line of products to wear.
I found the products were wonderful, easy to use.
Not only is my face been benefiting from the system, so is my back, and I'm getting a much more restful sleep.
I found in my own personal experience that my face feels better, looks better, the color, the tone, everything is improved greatly.
I feel like getting dressed up more often. I feel like going out and meeting people.
Finally, with Time Reverse, you can look as young on the outside as you feel on the inside. If you wake up with tired-looking skin, a stiff neck, or sore joints, sleeping on your side puts too much pressure on your joints and facial skin, causing discomfort, so you look and feel more tired. The best sleeping position at any age is one where the body's weight is evenly distributed and the mattress can support the body in its most natural state. Taken from the roots of physiotherapy and designed to preserve the youthful appearance of your skin and improve the feeling of well-being of your body as a whole. Time Reverse has designed the best technique that offers you the comfortable feeling of sleeping on your side while sleeping on your back. The time reverse sleeping position is better for your spine, your facial skin, and total body balance. It keeps you from straining and crumpling the delicate skin on your face, neck, and chest. It is also the position that keeps your stomach muscles and lower back relaxed and feeling comfortably relieved, promoting a more restful sleep. With your weight evenly distributed and your body comfortably balanced, your joints stay supported without excess pressure, so the body may use this precious time for restful sleep and naturally regenerate and repair itself from the strain of your daily life. Time reverse keeps you looking and feeling younger longer. Choose a pillow long enough to extend past your knees so they may rest comfortably in a relaxed state. Begin by putting the pillow under your knees. Lay back and adjust your head and pillow under your neck. If you are used to sleeping on your left side, bend your left leg in and rest it with your knee against the pillow. Turn your body slightly so that your weight is shifted onto your left buttock, and turn your head slightly so that it may rest gently towards the left side of the pillow. If you are a right side sleeper, repeat the directions above using your right side. If you still feel yourself turning after a few nights, sleep with your left arm or your right arm raised and rested on the pillow above your head. The way we sleep is a life-formed habit. Do not be discouraged if it takes you some time to get used to a new position. Tell yourself before you go to sleep, "I sleep on my back now," and you will find it much easier. Once you begin to see the morning benefits of a healthier looking skin and the feeling of total body invigoration, you'll look forward to resting in your time reverse sleeping position every night. It may take a few days getting used to, but don't give up. Old habits may seem hard to break, but once you give yourself the chance to develop new anti-aging habits, your face and body will be thanking you for years to come. You can't change your age, but you can change your habits. It's never too late to look and feel better about yourself. The customer service number is found on the back of all of your time reverse products. Call 1-866-697-4719 for all of your questions and concerns.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Today, almost all of us are familiar with some aspect of computers. We may not know what makes a computer work, but we probably know how to make one do something, or we've seen other people using them.
We play games on them, write letters on them, run businesses with them, and use them to discover, design, test, and even manufacture new products. The computer has become a nearly indispensable tool for which new uses are being developed practically every day.
As with any tool, there are people who use computer systems and people who make them. At one level, computer science is theory and science, the study of computation. At a practical level, computer scientists design programs and systems to make the computers do what they do.
A high percentage of all computer applications are designed for and used by businesses, banks, insurance companies, sales, and marketing organizations. The rest are systems designed for an increasingly varied portfolio of industries, for medical research and diagnosis, for defense, for oil and mineral exploration, for aerospace manufacturing, even for computer-animated film graphics. The background in education you need to work with computers in any one of these areas depends on the area. If you work in business systems, you need a business background. If you work with medical systems, you need medical knowledge. And if you work in aerospace, you need engineering know-how.
I thought about programming in business, and I have a business degree to help me understand. I took a lot of accounting courses to help me understand when the person said, I'd like a budget set up this way, I could program it without having to tell me the whole system that he works in. Or if you were going to go into, you say you want to program for a large industry, a scientific-oriented industry, then you should have a lot of science in your background. And if not necessarily like chemistry or something, but definitely a lot of math. Because science has a lot of equations in it. You should know how to work those and what people do with them, because how can you program if you don't understand what you're doing?
I believe in computer science, you can apply that field to almost anything. Medicine, arts, sciences, chemistry. There's a lot of different ways you can apply computer science.
You may be involved just in designing systems, how the computers interact with each other, how they interact with users. And coding is definitely a part of that, but not necessarily the computer scientist's part of that. You can hire a person to code a program who hasn't ever even been to college. The computer science person basically decides what needs to be coded and how it should be coded, and then you hire a coder to do the actual coding of it.
Until the era of computers, the only practical way to test an airplane flight control system was to build the system and fly the airplane. Today, digital computer systems, designed and built by computer engineers, have dramatically changed testing procedures. Fuel efficiency, automatic throttle systems, force field systems, radar, and other aircraft control systems can be simulated entirely on computers and tested in flight simulator mock-ups. Flight time is eliminated and control systems are perfected before they're even built, improving accuracy and saving time and money. Computer scientists working in manufacturing design have developed computer programs that help identify and analyze mechanical stress points. By programming mechanical action directly onto the screens of their computer terminals, designers can see how the parts fit together, how they move, and whether once assembled, they will interfere with the other parts, all before the product is actually made. One of the most dynamic illustrations of computer system development is what is referred to as CAM, Computer-Aided Manufacturing. Beginning with prototype models developed in the United States, the Japanese auto industry has built fully automated manufacturing plants that allow them to build cars faster and for far less than would be possible using conventional assembly line methods. Various U.S. industries, including aerospace, are moving increasingly toward computer-aided manufacturing techniques to cut production time and costs, to increase efficiency, and to offset the effects of foreign competition. In computer-aided manufacturing, computers in the manufacturing area are programmed to control robots and other automated assemblies to weld, rivet, drill, finish, and even paint complicated products. Taking the process a step further, computer scientists now are perfecting systems that link the product design stage to the manufacturing stage. Thus, the designer of the future may actually become the manufacturer. The design will be fed directly to the machines that make the product.
I thought, I've been at school 4 years, I've been programming a lot those 4 years, and I thought to myself that I really didn't want to continue in the programming area. But I was still able to find a job because there are so many different aspects in computer science. If you don't like what you're doing right now, you can move to another area. So it's very flexible and allows you to grow.
Problem solving, that's basically what attracted me about computer science. There's always some kind of problem that you need to think about and then solve, and then computer science is just a tool that you use in order to help you solve that problem.
How does one prepare for a career in computer science? Well, first of all, find out if you like working with computers. Some people don't. The best way is to take a course in programming, learn a computer language, Get your hands on a computer and play with it. You'll find out soon enough if you like it. If studying the science and theory of computers is your interest, you'll want to take a lot of math, algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and a lot of science, chemistry, and physics. If your interest lies in business, take accounting, data processing, economics, marketing, statistics, general business courses, math, and science. If your goal is engineering design, take math, science, and as many technical courses as you can. Whatever your choice, start preparing yourself as early as you can. Some universities have student quotas, and only the top applicants are accepted. And take as many English courses as you can fit into your schedule. Computers are pure communication, and nothing is more important in using them than being able to write and speak clearly and concisely.
Your writing skills are very important. That's something that is often overlooked, and it's something that I overlooked in high school. I figured that the minimum amount of English would be fine, but you have to pass those classes in college that deal with composition, you know, technical writing, and to be an engineer or a computer science engineer, you have to be able to document what you do.
It's also extremely important to be able to write, and I find myself wishing I'd taken a speech class or two.
One of my classes in college was a logic class in the philosophy department, and it was just if, then, else type logic, but I think there was a lot of good things in there that I could apply right to work.
You often get into a lot of higher level math, like calculus, that you may not use a lot, but there's also probability and statistics, which can be really important. Linear algebra is very important because in computer programming you deal a lot with arrays and stacks and queues, which are based on linear algebra, and that can be really important. And you have abstract algebra, which is an abstract way of representing numbers, and that can get important when you're trying to deal with programming.
Many four-year colleges offer degrees in computer science. Top graduates are in high demand. Beginning salaries vary somewhat depending on the graduate's class standing and sometimes on the school's reputation. Generally, however, first salaries are comparable to those paid chemists or engineers. There is another way to go, too. Many community colleges offer good computer courses, some of which can prepare you for advanced study at four-year institutions.
I think it's a lot easier to get into a university. It's a lot easier to transfer from a community college than it is to go straight into it sometimes.
Since classes are smaller and the instruction tends to be more individualized, a community college can be a good place to begin. Many community colleges also offer two-year vocational degrees for those who simply want to work with computers. Entry-level salaries for these graduates are generally on a par with those paid licensed practical nurses or secretaries. Every community college and university offers different courses and emphasizes different aspects of computer science. So it's important to know what you want, to call around, visit the campuses if possible, and find out what is available.
You hear again and again that computer technology is the wave of the future. Well, it isn't. Computer technology is here, now. The future depends on how we apply it, what you do with it. If a career in computer science sounds right for you, talk to your school's counselor about it. Join a computer club if your school has one. And get your hands on a computer soon. Doing it yourself is the only way to find out if you really like it.
I do like what I'm doing. I enjoy problem solving. I enjoy challenge. And computer science certainly brings that.
The jobs are plentiful. It's a growing field.
You feel like you've accomplished something, and it's usually something hard, so you feel like you've accomplished something that most people, or a lot of people, couldn't accomplish.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
Did you know that 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl and the Exxon Valdez oil spill all happened on the graveyard shift between midnight and 6 a.m. when human alertness levels are at a low ebb? We may think we've created a 24-hour society, but our biological clocks are beginning to sound alarm bells. Join me as I explore scientific efforts to bring a new harmony to the time of our lives. Next.
Major funding for this program is provided by the L.K. Whittier Foundation.
Hello, I'm Roger Bingham. Here at the Los Angeles Natural History Museum, Tibetan monks from the Dalai Lama's Namgyal Monastery are creating an ancient sand mandala. It's known as the Kala Chakra, or Wheel of Time. Represented here are 722 deities, the Tibetan view of the cosmos, body, mind, speech, wisdom, and of course, time. It really is a universe in grains of sand, an image of perfect harmony. Less than a mile from here, thousands of people are driving freeways, checking their watches, trying to save time, make up time, be on time, not waste time. Across town at Los Angeles International Airport, weary, jet-lagged travelers are feeling the effects of being out of sync with their body time. Increasingly, in so many ways, we've come into conflict with the ancient rhythms of the environment we evolved in, rhythms that we still carry inside ourselves in our biological clocks. In that sense, we're literally old-timers trying to march to the beat of the modern drummer. In this program, you'll meet scientists who are beginning to find ways to help us get back in step and perhaps create a new harmony between the time in our bodies and the time on our wrists. Los Angeles International Airport, midnight. Thousands of passengers and flight crews are preparing to be launched into distant time zones. When they arrive at their destinations, they will reset their wristwatches. But what about their biological clocks? Nothing in their evolutionary history has prepared them for such a dislocation in time. On the ground, though they will cross no time zones, workers beginning the graveyard shift are also defying their evolutionary heritage, trying to stay alert as their bodily rhythms dwindle down to a nighttime low. Physiologist Martin Moore-Eade.
The statistics tell us that human errors are far more likely to occur in the wee hours of the morning. They tell us that Bhopal occurred at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 Mile Island at 4 o'clock in the morning, Chernobyl at 1:20 o'clock in the morning. They tell us that truck drivers are 5 times more likely to fall asleep at the wheel and come off the road at 5 o'clock in the morning than they are at the 25-hour average, and so on and so forth. So what we found is that major events and major accidents, and particularly catastrophic accidents, which involve human error, are much more probable at that time. Those are dangerous hours.
Ironically, danger is precisely what our biological clocks were designed to avoid. They evolved in a world of natural rhythms, where day follows night, tides ebb and flow, season follows season. To all species, this is life or death information. Being in the right place at the right time can mean the difference between survival and extinction. It's a fact of life that evolution has tended to fashion organisms that are attuned to nature's rhythms and have evolved mechanisms that keep them in sync with their environment. Ed Krupp, director of the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles.
These animals, like ourselves, had to respond to this same Earth. This is an Earth that's turning around on its axis every day. This is an Earth that's going around the sun every year in changing seasons. Yeah, an ice age comes and goes, and things get a little chilly for a while, or maybe it gets a little steamy in the jungle. But those creatures and those plants, have been responding to these natural changes in the environment, which are a product of this Earth and however long it's been going on, spinning the way it has and moving the way it has. We are part of that overall pattern. We are part of nature. It's not a bit surprising that our behavior, too, is a response to those fundamental cycles.
Although our lives now seem to be dominated by the times and the timers that we have made, we are captivated by the times that made us. To an archaeoastronomer like Ed Krupp, who studies the calendars of past civilizations, those ancient signals still have emotional power.
You can, of course, immerse a late urbanized 20th century human being back into the mountains for a sunrise, say on the winter solstice again, and it becomes a glorious moment for that individual. They rediscover the fact that the sun comes up, and it's beautiful, and it has all of the meaning it always had, which is renewal, the chance to start over, a new day.